Hey there guys, it's controversial here. So as a casual YouTube watcher like everyone else, I came across a video a while ago about a man that has 40 kids.
Mike Senior, you tell me, how many children have you got in addition to Mike Junior, please?
40 and counting.
Sorry?
40.
114.
40. 40 and counting.
With like different mothers in different parts of the city. Now this is a whole UK documentary and I'll basically play the intro right now. Here's the intro.
Today, in the UK, the average man will have 1.7 children. But for some, that number is simply not enough.
Now you got close to 40 kids.
Now as you can see, you know, all these men that are in the all these men that are in the video have an obscene amount of kids, you know. It's just a weird situation. Now this man has 40 kids. Now I came across this. Now this is the man.
I'm as fertile as sin. I don't believe in contraception, and I love sex.
Now I came across this video after watching a Judge Rinder show because it said 40 kids in the title. So I was like, no ways a man can have 40 kids. How do you have that much energy in you and that much seed working around in your body? But it is a crazy thing to see that this man has 40 kids and he doesn't even really know where or who most of his kids are.
Over the course of 40 years, Mike has spread his seed far and wide. He's had so many kids he can't remember the exact amount.
So he probably had them. He probably had slept with these women and then dipped out and left and skipped and got the hell out of Dodge. Now, like with the Judge Rinder show, it began with one of his children suing him for lack of financial help.
Mike Jr. is in court to claim £4,160 from his father for the 16 years he received no financial support from him. Defendant Mike Senior says he owes nothing, as he raised his son for the first 5 years of his life and offered him a place to live when he was 16.
Basically, I think a lack of financial dependence because his father looked after him when he was a kid, and then he basically left. Now his son didn't want to be around him, like his son didn't want to see him anymore when he was 8.
I bathed him, I changed him, I fed him, same with his brothers, same with his sisters. Now when he went into foster care, I seen him every week without fail. Every single week. He decided that when he was 7 or 8, he didn't want to see me anymore.
Which I don't blame him. But this guy really isn't a good father. Now, this whole video is by a YouTube channel called Only Human. Now, this video is basically about, I think, 10 or more guys who have had, I think, over 10 kids between each of them, with different mothers. Some of them maybe had twins with one woman, but yeah. So these guys are basically all deadbeats, pretty much. They had kids, and then as you heard, some of them don't believe in contraceptives. Now, I would say that this is a huge lack of self-control with the men, but I felt in this situation you can blame the woman. I don't know how these guys have managed to get so many women to fall pregnant. I mean, at this point you can pretty much blame both, because I'm sure these guys told them that they have lots of kids. I'm sure they were like, nah, look, I have a big family. But I mean, you can honestly blame the woman, because the woman could have easily just said no and walked away. Now they have to share one man with over 10 other women just because he's. And let me tell you something: these men cannot provide for all of these kids. It's pretty much the mother. And in one of the videos, one of the men said that no, they only date women who are able to work and take care of themselves. So at least one of the guys knew that the woman could provide, you know. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy story. Like this is insane. I mean, 40 kids, bro. Damn, how do you have that much in you? Now one of his sons was suing him, and for the lack of financial dependence, or like for lack of finances. And it's kind of crazy to think that a son would have to sue his own father just for the sake of getting money. But his son has been through a lot, and his son was apparently a druggie, like he was using drugs at one point.
The only time I ever turned my back on him, when he was doing drugs.
Now, with all of this, I mean, 40 kids, I don't know how you can manage 40 kids as a man. And he's been married 3 times.
How many times have you been married?
3 times.
I'll put a link to all the videos to where I get all my sources, and you should really go watch them yourself. And just like the comment sections are filled with people who are concerned. Even Judge Rinder was extremely furious and concerned about a man who has had 40 kids.
Whose responsibility is it to care for your children after you've had them? Is it mine? Is it Michelle's? Or is it yours?
It's mine and the mother's.
There we are. We agree.
When Mike is concerned.
Talking!
Who has had 40 kids, and he struggled and doesn't even know where most of them are. And he has a fiance, and his youngest child is 3 years old. So I don't know, eh? And the craziest thing is that this man is an alcoholic and a drunk. He likes to drink. And some of them don't believe in contraceptives. These guys don't believe in condoms or nothing. So it's kind of crazy to see that in such a story and in such a world, people like this exist. I mean, that's a huge lack of self-control and essentially overpopulation. One man spreading his seed between anywhere from like 3 to 10 to maybe 20 different women. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. People like this actually exist. Because like my parents, I know that when it comes to people, usually having 3 kids is the most any parent can handle. Like and that's even me just being modest. Like usually it's 1 or 2. 1 or 2 is enough. But geez. But anyway, guys, I'm completely outraged at this, and this is a lack of self-control and a huge problem of overindulgence and basically addiction. This is not normal. I don't care how nice the guys are or how good of parents they are. This is immoral behavior. But anyway, guys, this is controversial signing off. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye.